Hey guys, welcome back to Defeating Hair Loss. Back again tonight with my man, Bobby D.
Yes, sir.
Bobby, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
I love this guy's hair.
I try.
And I can't start the video without that. So Bobby, we're back to, it's been a couple weeks and I know we get a lot of good responses from like what's out there in the news in regards to hair. What did you find for us the last couple weeks?
Yeah, Steve. So always do try to get some news out there for you guys. You know, the new Deadpool movie is going to be coming out, Deadpool Wolverine, and the two stars of the film, you know, Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds have phenomenal hair at their age. So,
hey, you know, those are two guys where, you know, the jealousy kicks in.
Yeah.
You know, we got the Chippendales back here, we got the John Travolta, the Brad Pitt, and Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are in that category. And you?
Oh, me? I'm trying, Steve.
Very cool. Well, we'll look forward to seeing Deadpool. So that's a great, and the Wolverine. So great find. What else you got?
Of course, you know, Steve, you know, you talked about David Foster before in the headlines, and I heard he was kind of fat shaming his wife. So I don't know if you had more information about that.
Okay. So this is kind of, so David Foster he's 74 years old. He has an amazing head of hair. He's a very handsome guy. He's always been a very good looking guy. For anybody out there that doesn't know who he is, of course you're gonna Google him, but he is a singer-songwriter. He's a performer, but mainly from songwriting and some of the best top hits you've ever heard. He's 74, so it's been a long time. He's been writing a lot of really good songs. I have a lot of respect for him. He's one of those guys that ages really well. He can wear like gray hair like no other. Like I can't wear gray hair. That's why I put some color in my hair. He's amazing. So, you know, kudos. Now he ends up marrying Catherine McVie. Catherine McVie was one of my favorites from American Idol. Beautiful young lady. And I think she finished second in one of the seasons. She didn't win at all, but she then took off onto a singing career. Very attractive. And she's, I think right now about 40. So there's about 35-year difference, and that was kind of in the news for a while. So the fat shaming thing, that's beside the point, but what that is I think that they took something out of context where he was making a comment about her on American Idol. Now she since has had a baby, they've had a baby, and she looks incredible. So I think that is not fair to him. That's not really what it was about, but we're just gonna talk about his hair, right? So, you know, I tell it like it is. I mean, I've been looking at people's heads for 30 some odd years since I lost mine in my teens, and he's got a fantastic head of hair. My question is, no disrespect to David Foster, would Catherine McVie have fallen in love and married him at 70, 71 at the time without that hair?
I don't know, Steve.
I say no.
That's a good question.
I say no.
Like, absolutely.
I mean, come on, like, no offense to all those bald guys out there. We're all bald guys. We got hair transplants, right? We're all family. But David Foster, man, what? I mean, yeah, he looks younger than his age, but I'm not trying to make fun of this. I'm just asking a question. Would Catherine McVie, beautifully attractive young lady, have fallen in love with singer-songwriter David Foster without that hair? And I say no. We'll leave it at that. Anything else?
Lastly, Steve, I know one of your favorite movies was The Shining. You know, Jack Nicholson starred in that film, and you know his wife in the movie sadly passed away.
That's incredible, Bobby. That's a great find. So how does that tie into hair? So Jack Nicholson is a very interesting actor for us to always look back on and talk about. Now, obviously, as most of you know out there that have been watching these videos, I live my life through a series of metaphors. That's it. It's like how I live my life. And of course, as you grow older, you listen to songs and movies and things like that. So the movie-wise, you know, the actress who played his wife was incredible. And then they had the little boy who had autism or something. And it was a scary, scary movie. So it was a classic movie, and they were the only ones in a mansion up in like Michigan or something. It was a pretty cool movie, very scary. And, you know, I won't ruin the plot for you. But Jack Nicholson, you know, to this day, now he's just starting now to kind of losing most of the hair. But through his career, he was balding and receding, but he had this strip down the center of hair. And why I like and talk about it and kind of like dwell on it so much is because, and we had done some videos on comb overs, is because it doesn't take a lot of hair sometimes to not look bald. And on a lot of you out there, you may be watching these videos and wondering if there's hope for you and saying, you know, Steve, I've been watching your videos. I can't look like Bobby. Well, I can't look like Bobby either. But, you know, I don't have his donor hair, or I have more hair loss than he had. The medicine didn't come around for 40 years for some of you, or 30 years when you started losing your hair. But just that little bit of hair on Jack Nicholson, if you look at some of his movies as he's progressed, not like young Jack Nicholson, I'm talking like middle-aged to kind of getting into elderly Jack Nicholson, he's had this strip of hair down the center. It's actually fit into a lot of his characters, A Few Good Men, things like that. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, what a crazy movie that was. That was insane in all the ways that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest would be. And he was kind of like, there's nobody else that could have played that part. And a lot of it had to do with that strip of hair down the center where you wouldn't say he was bald. Now, if you are losing your hair and you're critiquing actors, you know, he's not Hugh Jackman, he's not Ryan Reynolds, he's not John Travolta in his early days, or Brad Pitt, but he had a look. And a lot of you out there, and this is geared toward, you know, giving you hope. You can get a hair transplant if it's done by the right doctor, right clinic. It doesn't need to be a lot of hair not to be bald. It's not going to give you a full head of hair, but you won't be bald. So that was the point with The Shining, but that was excellent.
Yeah.
So, Bobby, you always come with such good content.
I do what I can, Steve.
And I love your channel.
Appreciate it, Steve.
Bobby Dunlap channel.
Bobby Dunlap, check it out.
Thanks for showing up.
Always.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.